Dakota First.
June is PTSD Awareness Month, and according to the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, about 7 or 8 people out of every 100 will have PTSD at some point in their lives.
KX News' PJ Walker sat down with a veteran who says it was the stories of others that led him to get help.
In 2013, the Veterans Affairs Office released a study showing 22 veterans commit suicide each day, and an estimated 31% of Vietnam veterans and 10% of Gulf War veterans live with PTSD.
I suffered a traumatic brain injury. I was involved in a car accident while I was hit by a car, so I was knocked unconscious. So that I was hit by a car riding a bicycle, so I was knocked unconscious, left there for death. Another military guy found me.
After returning home, Jason says a trip to the local vet center helped him not become a part of the growing statistic.
I came to the vet center, and I was talking to the counselor here, and he's the one that brought up to me about coming to a group session.
That one visit turned into many. Jason joined a group of people who also suffered from PTSD and built a support system surrounding himself with people who could relate to him best.
Then after talking to other guys who were in Iraq and other certain situations, then I realized I had more issues than I did. And then they made me, realize that there was something going wrong with me and how to deal with it.
When most people think of the term PTSD, they think about military and the people who serve. The Veterans Outreach Specialist at the local VA office explains that anyone can have PTSD.
A lot of people refer to PTSD as a military or veterans issue. However, it happens to anybody in the community. It could happen to your family member or your neighbor.
When around someone who does suffer from PTSD, it is important to know that they have different sensitivities than others.
Like, I don't expect everybody to understand it, but to respect it. And one thing is like fireworks. Just don't be doing the fireworks around me. And
throughout the month of June, the Vet Center will have different events to bring awareness to PTSD. For KX News, I'm PJ Walker.
And if you or anyone you know suffers or think they might suffer with PTSD, visit our website for resources that are available to you.